Ignition. Liftoff.
To see young basketball stars battle it out on your own home court is a rare opportunity. What powers their shots, their leaps, their undeniable love of the game? Join me as I explore the UAAP, the country's premier collegiate league, and life behind the spotlight with some of its top players. Saying the Philippines is obsessed with basketball is an understatement. People will do just about anything for a game. Professional or makeshift, courts are built on streets, small islands. I'm here to find the stories that make Pinoy ball unlike anything else in the world. I am Rafe Bartholomew, and this is Hoop Nation. The University Athletic Association of the Philippines, or UAAP, is where 8 of the Philippines' most prestigious universities battle for glory. Our first stop is the Green Archers. De La Salle University is constantly at the top, with 9 championships since joining the UAAP in 1986. In 2016, the squad dominated the competition by winning 16 games with only 1 loss between the elimination round and the playoffs. The UAAP allows teams to feature foreign student athletes as reinforcements. I zero in on one such player, Ben Mbala, 2016 MVP.
You know, in my country, the difference is you see soccer courts all over the place. Here, I saw people playing basketball without, shoes. People do that in my country without shoes. But in soccer,
Ben's journey from Cameroon to the UAAP was far from easy. As life may have it, he didn't get an opportunity to play big-time college ball in the States, despite being MVP of the NBA's Basketball Without Borders Africa camp. He left his family to move to the Philippines to pursue his hoop dream.
I wasn't like the biggest or the strongest, but it was about the love of the game. And then my first couple of months, I felt like I was about to give up. The adjustment was hard. The food, the language, the loneliness. And starting to have the pressure in your back that your school is depending on you. You have to do good, you have to play well. That's something I wasn't used to. I played basketball for the love of the game first.
What was it like having sort of all the eyes on you all the time?
When I arrived here at the airport, this guy from the immigration was like, "Hey, you're so tall, you play basketball? Hey, you looking for school? Well, I'll give you my number, you call me, okay?" Like, I was like, what? Especially the first day, I was walking around in the street with a sandal. This one kid ran up to me and just touched my skin, scratched it. I don't know if it was hoping that something black does come off my skin. It was pretty funny. I was just shocked. I was like, what? And then he was like, oh my God, thank God. They always say, oh, you're so tall. And they just randomly go up to you and be like, can we have a picture? Do you play basketball? What's your name? When you get to know Filipinos, you understand that, they're really curious and they like the game of basketball. And the first thing they have in mind is they think that you're a basketball player and they want to know who you are. So,
did anyone ever actually get under your skin successfully?
I got ejected once, I'm not gonna lie. This one game, the guy really got into my skin. That was the dirtiest trick I ever had in my life that someone did to me. He was guarding me so tightly, so his face was just right in front of my face. And then that was so quick, he licked me. He did that. I went off. He was trash talking me and then he licked me. I was like, Jesus Christ. You can't just fuck my butt or do whatever you want. Don't lick my face. Come on.
That seems like a fair.
Come on.
That seems like a fair request. What was it like the first time you're on the court in an Ateneo La Salle game?
It was packed. It was just a small gym, but it was packed.
Yeah.
It's like you have this feeling like it gives you goosebumps and you just want to be there. You just want to play. You just want to, It's like going to war. Like when you look at the arena, like half of the side is blue, the other one is white or green. It's crazy. Basketball means everything. Basketball gave me everything, gave me the possibility to be here. be in the great school, have like free education. Basketball has opened me like so many doors. That's something I'm really grateful of.
The university's winning culture wasn't built overnight. It's a legacy that's been around for decades and now rests on the shoulders of Coach Ayo and his team.
I came from the province. I came from Sorsogon. I graduated high school in the seminary in Sorsogon, and I went to Letran. I played for 4 years. Eventually, I was able to coach a college team,
All in Sorsogon City.
all in Sorsogon City.
Coach Ayo was a small-town player in Sorsogon before making it to the big leagues. And now, his teams are known for their determination and talent.
Were you nervous making that sort of leap from coaching, at a provincial level, just less than a year, already the head coach in an NCAA team?
I was, but I told myself, I cannot pass up an opportunity. If you're not ready yet, you make sure that you make yourself ready.
How did you start developing sort of the whole mayhem system of basketball?
Our players in the province are too short to compete here in Manila. If you play conventional basketball, you won't be able to compete. So I designed a system predicated on effort and the willingness to win.
So, we were talking with Ben earlier. I wanted to ask you just sort of what the experience has been like coaching Ben.
I'm really impressed with Ben because of his maturity. His work ethic is tremendous. That guy doesn't want to rest. The local guys are challenged. They make sure that they have to equip themselves with different skills just to compete with talented players like him.
How do you keep your players from getting worn out over the course of that, like 11 months a year training to play at such a fast pace?
We love this game.
Yeah.
And every time you love what you're doing, you don't feel fatigued. For me and for the rest of the team, we have sacrificed a lot, especially Ben. He's away from his family, the Philams, so they miss their family. Also, my mother is all alone in the province, and no, we have sacrificed a lot for this. But the thing is, we just love this game.
The Green Archers set a golden standard for the UAAP, but in all competitions, there's another side to the story. We've seen the winners now, and I'm curious about another school, one that has no place to go but up. The University of the Philippines is the top-ranked school in the country, besting all the others in almost every academic field. But basketball is another story. In all the years of the UAAP's existence, the university has won the league championship only once. That year was 1986, the year when a team led by Benji Paras, Eric Altamirano, and Ronnie Magsanok towed the Maroons to their first championship. All of these players went on to PBA careers. Since 1986, the UP Fighting Maroons have been hungry for another chance at glory. I go and watch the current team in a tune-up game in Mandaluyong City.
Alam mo, up to now, walang ibang pinag-uusapan ng UP kundi 1986, no? Hindi na nila naaalala yun, but they still talk about those guys and about that team because that was the only team who won the championship. So sabi ko is, at least sabi ko may chance tayo. Baka naman after 30 years, pag-usapan din tayo ng matagal na panahon.
Paano kayo makakabalik sa ganyan level sa basketball?
Everybody has to be involved. The institution itself, UP, the alumni, resources, importante. Because at the end of the day, yung strength is not really based on the coaches or the staff. It's basically the players. No? And when we started winning, then they believe that we can do it. We jacked up 5 wins after the season. And we're really happy that we were able to do that. No? Our job right now is how we can continue that. The excitement, the hope of the community is there already. Kasi if you don't make the challenge, everybody else is going to feel that you're really a doormat. No? Talunan ka talaga, you're a loser. But if people are going to be challenged, like my players, that's what we did with our program, and challenge them that, hey, we can compete. And then this is your chance to redeem yourself, our program, our pride, okay? So napakalaking bagay yun para sa amin.
Kasha ba?
To get to know another side of the Maroons, I hitch a ride on their bus as we travel back to campus.
Sige, kumusta ang laro?
Good.
Kanina, ha?
Okay lang.
Okay lang?
Naman. Compare sa last game namin, sobrang sama.
Like, maraming pressure sa depensa ninyo.
Kasi pagdating doon ng U-Up, sure kami na di kami gaano katangkad or kalalaki sa ibang teams. So, yun daw ang advantage namin.
Siyempre, yung mga ibang school, marami silang pera. Kayo, parang...
Okay lang sa akin kahit walang pera kasi first na ko talaga matapos sa UP. Parang yung main reason ko yung diploma.
Agree. So, naman, I see it as a privilege. Kasi, not everybody gets a chance to study in a state university.
Do you think it makes you guys more proud to play for the school because you know that
You work hard for it. Like since I'm the oldest on the team, I've reached when like nobody would watch. Like you can literally count like how many people are in the stands during games. Like we didn't have food. We just like after games nothing. We didn't have anything to eat. Barely had allowance. Then I saw the changes coming and stuff. So it's, of course it's still not the same level as Ateneo LaSalle. Of course, iba talaga yun. And it feels so good when we get to win and we actually like improve because we're improving without all the resources that other teams have. So it feels so much better. We feel more accomplished. You know, like Pasay? It's like we don't bet though. Loser just shuffles. So,
straight flush.
Taco. Royal
Pero
flush.
yung...
Ito, straight flush. You would win right away.
Oh, really?
But the problem is, if we were betting, double pay everybody. Pay now.
Pass.
Alam na.
After I bid goodbye to the last player, I head off to meet the team captain, Jet Manuel, who recently graduated with a degree in civil engineering.
Third year high school, I watched FEU, I think, Ateneo FEU, Arvin Santos. That's when I turned to my dad and I was like, I want to experience that. I want to experience what it's like to play in the UAAP.
He led UP to an inspiring run and gave its fans reason to cheer. He even delayed his entry to the PBA rookie draft so that he could stay and lead the team for one more year.
What was it like when you started?
After 2 games of playing, I got 0 minutes. I was just like crying on my way home. I didn't know what was happening. Came to a point I was like, do I still want to go through it? This was my first year.
Wow.
That was the 0-14 season. I was in, so
How did you guys like survive that?
it was tough. Coming out of high school being like a winner.
And then you go to UP and then like you walk around like just a normal student. No one really watches, no one really cares.
Right.
And then your professors don't really care if you play for the team or not. You gotta do this.
The fan support and the institutional support that the teams you're playing against get, and then you'd be like, oh, and here we are,
Yeah, during the games when we play and then we look at the other side and there's like a lot of people.
Drums.
Yeah, and then we look at our side, we're like, I see my parents. Of course, I understand. Why would people really want to support a team that goes 0-14?
No.
I mean, we gotta win first before we can expect support. So that was really our main goal.
It made me used to working for what I wanted to get. I think that's an advantage of going to UP.
That's cool. What makes you sort of so committed to finishing your boards and doing all that other stuff when you're also, looking to play pro basketball?
I realized that there's a career after basketball.
Right.
But other than that, I know I'm still an athlete.
Right.
I still want to reach that dream of mine to play.
He's got an engineering degree from this top university. He still dreams of being a part of the PBA. He's setting his sights on the D-League, where the fresh crop of college talent is drafted.
The only thing we can do is just to be there to support him. We are not, we did not come from a family of basketball players who played professionally.
Had you been basketball fans earlier, when you were younger, or?
All of us, I think, were basketball fans for for some time, right?
Especially during some of the hard seasons. Was it tough as parents to go and watch and the team?
Very hard.
Very hard. Especially when after a game, sometimes out of frustration, he would be on the verge of crying.
We have to console him. And we always reminded him
push him.
that basketball is not everything. The reason why we chose UP also is because of his studies. So for him, you have to wake up, you have to realize that there's another life, you have to move on.
So that's the memorable one. My most improved player award. Yeah.
Despite delaying his PBA dreams, Jet wasn't able to lead UP to the playoffs, and it was one of the most difficult moments in his life.
Then that's when it started to sink in. So I was just like kneeling down. I was like in tears already.
Wow. And did Coach Bo call timeout and was able to like take you off the court with like a
it was
ovation,
during a free throw of the opponent. I was just kneeling there like this. Then I could hear him. He was just shouting at me like, "Jet, don't stop playing. Don't stop playing. Keep playing. Finish out your game."
Seeing the spirit in these young players dreaming of making the pros, the question keeps coming back to me. Where does this passion begin? I meet Tessa Jasmines, a sports writer, the first female courtside reporter in the Philippines, and a league historian in her own right. She's lived with the UAAP her whole life.
Wow, UAAP, I had my first taste when I was very, very new in sports writing. UAAP in the past was the rugged league, and the NCAA was the colegialas league. But now they changed places.
Right.
Mainly, I think the game changer was Ateneo LaSalle because UAAP became the glamour league.
Right. Now that's the Social League.
Yeah, that's the social league.
Do you look at it and be like, you guys are crazy? Like why are you so? Why do you hate each other so much?
Yeah, it does look crazy, but then you need crazy for the league to succeed.
Right.
And one thing common is really the school spirit. So you can't hear the cheers of your school or the other school because right now, like there are no more rules. There's no more politeness.
Breakdown of social norms.
Yeah.
I come across people who tell me, I don't even watch PBA anymore. I watch college. I watch UAP. Why do you think that's happened? Why do you think there is this big group of fans who are really more devoted to college basketball than anything else?
I think it all started during the 90s when we had the first television, regular televised games. They saw the quality of the games. They saw that the players were more reckless, more intense. But you can see that the game is very sincere. That the players really do it for something higher than themselves, which is, I think, of course, school spirit, school pride. I think they love basketball because the game matches the Filipino spirit. I think it's their hope. Like I said, because it expresses their soul. That's it. That's basketball for us.
And that's what basketball has been for me. So that's why I always, that's why I like being here so much.
Yeah.
It was great to meet all these guys and hear their stories. But if there's one thing I know about basketball players, you haven't truly met them until you've stepped on the court with them. I invite Ben and Jet to a pickup game on a roadside court. In true Filipino fashion, no matter who and where you are, you can scrounge together enough guys for a full court game. All you need are 2 hoops and a ball.
1, 2, 3. Ready? Kapit tayo.
I'm so excited to play with these guys. But honestly, I'm worried Ben might bring down one of these rims if he dunks. In between the friendly challenges of Jet and Ben, our teammates just put on a show. But the big guns can't resist the chance to amaze us all with their talent. Jet sinks so many three-pointers with ease. And of course, who can say no to a bunch of kids shouting, he did, again and again and again and again. At the game, it becomes easy to forget how young these guys are because they're so skilled and so damn good. But as they kid each other and laugh, I remember that this is a game, and this is where it all begins. Every player starts the same way. No matter where we come from, we love the game and we play.